intransigence, stubbornness, refusal to compromise. Intransigent, refusing to compromise, inflexible, having extreme attitudes. Intrepid, fearless. Intrinsic, inherent, internal. Introspective, contemplating one's own thoughts and feelings. Inundate, to cover with water, overwhelm. Inure, to harden, accustom, become used to. Inured, hardened, accustomed, used to. Invective, verbal abuse. Inveigh, to disapprove, protest vehemently. Inveigle, to win over by flattering or coaxing. Investiture, an investing, formally giving someone a right or title. Inveterate, confirmed, long-standing. Invidious, likely to provoke ill will. Irascible, easily angered. Irresolute, unsure of how to act, weak. Itinerant, wandering from place to place, unsettled. Itinerary, route of a traveler's journey. Jargon, an vocabulary specific to a group or occupation, convoluted or unintelligible language. Jaundiced, having a yellowish discoloration of the skin affected by envy. Jettison, discard, cast off, throw items overboard in order to lighten a ship in an emergency. Jibe, to be in agreement. Jingoism, belligerent support of one's country. Jocose, fond of joking, jocular. Jocular, jovial, playful, humorous. Judicious, using good judgment, wise, sensible. Juggernaut, huge force destroying everything in its path. Juncture, an critical point in time, such as a crisis or a time when a decision is necessary, a place where two things are joined together. Junta, group of people united in political intrigue. Jurisprudence, philosophy of the law. Juxtapose, place side by side. Keen, sharp, piercing, very perceptive or mentally sharp, intense, of a feeling. Kindle, ignite, cause to begin burning, incite, arouse, inflame. Kinetic, pertaining to motion. Kismet, fate. Knell, sound of a funeral bell, omen of death or failure. Kudos, fame, glory, honor. Level, likely to change. Lachrymose, tearful. Lackluster, not shiny, dull, mediocre, lacking brilliance or vitality. Laconic, using few words. Lambust, to trash verbally or physically. Lament, and mourn, express grief, sorrow, or regret. Verb, an expression of grief, esp. As a song or poem, noun. Lampoon, and a harsh satire, noun, ridicule or satirize, verb. Landmark, an object, such as a building that stands out and can be used to navigate by, very important place, event, etc. Languid, drooping from exhaustion, sluggish, slow, lacking in spirit. Lapidary, relating to precious stones. Larceny, and theft. Largesse, generosity, gift. Largesse or largesse, and generosity, the giving of money or gifts, esp. With the implication that the giver is a bit superior to the recipient. Lascivious, lustful. Lassitude, lethargy, sluggishness. Latent, dormant, potential not apparent. Laud, praise. Laudable, worthy of praise. Lavish, abundant or giving in abundance, marked by excess, give very generously, verb. Lax, not strict, careless, loose, slack. Layperson, a person who is not a member of the clergy or not a member of a particular profession, such as medicine, law, etc. Leery, suspicious or wary. Legerdemain, trickery. Lethargic, inactive. Levee, an embankment that prevents a river from overflowing. Levity, light manner or attitude. Levy, and collect tax from, wage war on, or enlist, for military service, verb, act of collecting tax or amount owed, or the drafting of troops into military service, noun. Lexicon, dictionary, list of words. Liberal, tolerant, broad-minded. libertine, one without moral restraint. Libidinous, lustful. Libido, sexual desire. Licentious, immoral, unrestrained by society. Likewise, as. Also, in addition to, similarly, in the same way. Lilliputian, extremely small. Limn, to draw, describe. Limpid, clear, transparent. Linguistic, pertaining to language. Liniment, medicinal liquid used externally to ease pain. Lionize, to treat as a celebrity. Lissom, easily flexed, limber, agile. Listless, spiritless, lacking interest or energy. Litany, lengthy recitation, repetitive chant. Literati, scholarly of learned persons. Litigation, legal proceedings. Livid, furiously angry, enraged. Log, record of a voyage, record of daily activities. Loquacious, talkative. Lucid, bright, clear, intelligible. Lucre, money or profits. Lugubrious, sorrowful, mournful. Lull, soothe or cause to fall asleep, as in a lullaby, quiet down, make to feel secure, sometimes falsely, verb, a period of calm or quiet, noun. Lumber, walk in a heavy or clumsy way, sometimes due to being way down. Luminous, bright, brilliant, glowing. Lurid, gruesome or excessively vivid, sensational, shocking, unrestrained. Lustrous, shining. Macabre, gruesome, producing horror. Machiavellian, crafty, double-dealing. Machination, plot or scheme. Maelstrom, whirlpool, turmoil. Magnanimity, generosity. Magnanimous, high-minded, noble, lofty, generous in forgiving others, free of resentment. Magnate, an very important or influential person, in business. Makeshift, an a temporary, often improvised substitute, noun, improvised for temporary use, malapropism, humorous misuse of a word. Malediction, a curse. Malevolent, ill-willed, causing evil or harm to others. Malign, to speak evil of. Malinger, to feign illness to escape duty. Malingerer, one who feigns illness to escape duty. Malleable, capable of being shaped by pounding, impressionable. Manifest, obvious, apparent, perceptible to the eye, to show, make clear, or prove, verb. Manifold, diverse, varied, comprised of many parts. Mannered, having a particular manner, an artificial one. Mar, damage, spoil, ruin. Martinet, strict disciplinarian, one who rigidly follows rules. Maudlin, overly sentimental. Maverick, dissenter. Mawkish, sickeningly sentimental. Maxim, a general truth or fundamental principle, expressed as a proverb or saying. Megalomania, delusions of power or importance. Menagerie, a variety of animals kept together. Mendacious, dishonest. Mendicant, beggar. Mercurial, quick, shrewd, and unpredictable. Meretricious, gaudy, specious, falsely attractive. Meritorious, deserving reward or praise. Mesmerize, to hypnotize. Metamorphosis, change, transformation. Metaphysical, concerned with abstract thought, related to metaphysics, branch of philosophy concerned with explaining the nature of being and of the world, very subtle or abstruse. Metaphysics, a branch of philosophy that investigates the ultimate nature of reality. Meteorological, concerned with the weather. Meticulous, very careful, picky, fastidious. Metal, courage, endurance. Meddlesome, full of courage and fortitude. Microcosm, a small system having analogies to a larger system. Milieu, an environment, atmosphere, the environmental setting in which something happens or develops. Militate, to work against. Minatory, threatening, menacing. Minuscule, very small. Minutia, petty details. mired, stuck, entangled in something like a swamp or muddy area, soiled, mirth, and jollity, merriment, amusement or laughter, misanthrope, one who hates humanity, one who dislikes others, misanthrope or misanthropist, and hater of humankind, miscellany, mixture of writings on various subjects, miscreant, villain, criminal, misogynist, one who hates women, missive, and letter, written message, mitigate, alleviate, to become less severe, mnemonic, related to memory, assisting memory, modest, humble, simple rather than showy, decent, covering up, in terms of dress, small, limited, modicum, limited quantity, modish, stylish, contemporary, mollify, to soothe, molt, to shed hair, skin, or an outer layer periodically, monastic, relating to or resembling a monastery where monks or nuns live, by being quiet, secluded, contemplative, strict, and slash or lacking luxuries, monolithic, solid and uniform, constituting a single, unified whole, monotony, and sameness or repetitiousness to the point of being boring, lack of variation, uniformity, repetition in sound, mordacious, caustic, biting. Moreover, and besides, in addition to what was just stated, mores, and customs, manners, or morals of a particular group, moros, ill-humored, sullen, mote, small particle, speck, motley, many-colored, made up of many parts, multifarious, diverse, mundane, worldly as opposed to spiritual, concerned with the ordinary, munificent, generous, myopic, nearsighted, lacking long-term thinking, short-sighted, natter, lowest point, naive, simple and unsophisticated, unsuspecting, lacking worldly experience and critical judgment, nascent, starting to develop, nebulous, vague, cloudy, necromancy, black magic, nefarious, vicious, evil, negate, to cancel out, nullify, neologism, new word or expression, neophyte, novice, beginner, net, remaining after expenses or other factors have been deducted, ultimate, to bring in as profit or to catch as in a net, verb, nettle, irritate, sting, or annoy. Nevertheless slash nonetheless, and, however, even so, despite that. Nexus, a means of connection, a center. Nihilism, belief that existence and all traditional values are meaningless, noisome, stinking putrid. Nominal, trivial, so small as to be unimportant, in name only, so called. Nonplussed, bewildered. Non-trivial, important or big enough to matter. Normative, implying or attempting to establish a norm, expressing value judgments or telling people what to do, rather than merely describing that which is happening. Nostalgia, sentimental longing for a past time. Nostrum, medicine or remedy of doubtful effectiveness. Notoriety, and ill fame, the state of being well known for a disgraceful reason. Novel, new, fresh, original. Noxious, harmful, unwholesome. Nuance, and a subtle difference in tone, meaning, and expression. Nugatory, trifling, invalid. Numismatics, coin collecting. Obdurate, stubborn. Obfuscate, to confuse, obscure. Objective, factual, related to reality or physical objects, not influenced by emotions, unbiased. Oblique, slanting or sloping, indirect, misleading, or evasive. Obsequious, overly submissive. Obsequi, funeral ceremony. Obsolete, out of date, no longer in use. Obstinate, stubborn or hard to control. Obstreperous, troublesome, boisterous, unruly. Obviate, to make unnecessary, to anticipate and prevent. Occlude, to shut, block. Occult, relating to practices connected with supernatural phenomena. Odyssey, a long, adventurous voyage, a quest. Offhand, casual, informal, done without preparation or forethought, rude in a short way, brusque. Officious, too helpful, meddlesome. Offset, and counteract, compensate for, verb, a counterbalance, noun. Olfactory, concerning the sense of smell. Oligarchy, form of government in which power belongs to only a few leaders. Omnipotent, having unlimited power. Omniscient, having infinite knowledge. Onerous, burdensome. Onomatopoeia, formation or use of words that imitate sounds of the actions they refer to. Opaque, not translucent, not allowing light, hear, etc. to pass through. Dark, dull, unclear or stupid. Opine, express an opinion. Opprobrium, public disgrace, contempt. Optimal/optimum, best, most desirable or favorable. Ornithologist, scientist who studies birds. Ordinate, full, rich, and clear of the voice or speaking, pompous, bombastic. Orthodox, adhering to a traditional, established faith or to anything customary or commonly accepted. Oscillate, to move back and forth. Ossify, become bone or become hard like bone, become inflexible in attitudes, opinions, etc. Ostensible or ostensive. Professed, evident, or pretended, outwardly appearing in a certain way. Ostentatious, showy, pretentious. Ouster, explosion. Outstrip, surpass, exceed, be larger or better than, leave behind. Overshadow, cast a shadow over, darken, dominate, make to seem less important. Overweening, presumptuous, arrogant. Overwrought, overly nervous, agitated, or excited, too ornate, elaborate, or fussy, overdone. Paean, song of joy or triumph, a fervent expression of joy. Palatial, suitable for or resembling a palace, magnificent. Paleontology, study of past geological eras through fossil remains. Palliate, to make less serious, ease. Pallid, lacking color or liveliness. Panacea, cure-all. Panache, and flair, style, swagger, a flamboyant or grand way of acting. Panegyric, elaborate praise, formal hymn of praise. Panoply, impressive array. Paradigm, and model or pattern, worldview, set of shared assumptions, values, etc. Paradox, and contradiction or seeming contradiction that is actually true. Paragon, model of perfection or excellence. Pare, peel or cut off the outer layer, such as peeling fruit with a knife, reduce or trim as if cutting off the outer parts. Pariah, and social outcast, untouchable. Parley, discussion, usually between enemies. Parochial, of limited scope or outlook, provincial. Parry, deflect or avoid, esp. A blow or attack, skillfully evade, a question. Parsimony, stinginess. Partial, biased, prejudiced, favoring one over the others, having a special liking for something or someone, usually partial to. Partisan, one-sided, committed to a party, group or cause. Pastiche, piece of literature or music imitating other works. Patent, an obvious, apparent, plain to see, a letter from the government guaranteeing an inventor rights to his or her invention, noun. Pathogenic, capable of producing disease. Pathological, departing from normal condition. Patois, jargon, a regional dialect. Patronizing, condescending, having a superior manner, treating as an inferior. Paucity, scarcity. Peccadillo, minor sin or offense. Peculation, theft of money or goods. Pedant, an person who pays excessive attention to book learning and rules, or who uses his or her learning to show off. Pedantic, showing off learning. Pedal, travel around while selling, sell illegally, give out or disseminate. Pedestrian, ordinary, dull, commonplace. Pejorative. Disparaging, derogatory, belittling, a name or word that is disparaging, noun. Pellucid. Transparent, easily understood. Penchant. Inclination. Penitent. Regretful, feeling remorse for one's sins or misdeeds, a person who feels this way, noun. Penultimate. Next to last. Penumbra. Partial shadow. Penury. Extreme poverty. Per se. As. Intrinsically, by itself, in itself. Perambulate. Walk about. Peregrinate. Travel from place to place, on foot. Peregrination. Wandering from place to place. Peremptory. Imperative, leaving no choice. Perennial. Present throughout the years, persistent. Perfidious. Faithless, disloyal, untrustworthy. Perfunctory. Superficial, performed really as a duty. Perigee. Point in an orbit that is closest to the Earth. Peripatetic. Journeying from place to place, traveling on foot. Peripheral. Relating to or making up an outer boundary or region not of primary importance. Periphrastic. Using circumlocution. Permeable. Penetrable. Permeate. Spread or penetrate throughout. Pernicious. Very harmful. Perspicacious. Shrewd, astute, keen-witted. Pertinacious. Persistent, stubborn. Perturb. To disturb greatly, make uneasy or anxious. Pervasive. Spread throughout every part. Petulant. Rude, peevish. Phalanx. Mass group of sodders, people or things. Philanthropy. Efforts to improve the well-being of humankind, generally through giving money. Philistine. Narrow-minded person, someone lacking appreciation for art or culture. Phlegmatic. Unemotional, calm in temperament. Phoenix. Anything that is restored after suffering great destruction. Phony. Fake, counterfeit, insincere, not genuine. Physiognomy. Facial features. Piety. Devoutness. Pious. Devout, religiously reverent and dutiful. Piquant. Pleasantly pungent, attractive. Pique. Fleeting feeling or hurt pride. Pith. Core, essence, significance or weight. Placate. Soothe, pacify. Placid. Calm. Plaintive. Melancholy, mournful. Plate. To braid. Plangent. Resounding, plaintive. Plastic. Able to be shaped or formed, easily influenced. Plasticity. Pliability, condition of being able to be shaped or formed. Platitude. Stale, overused expression. Platonic. Spiritual, theoretical. Plaudit. Applause. Plausible. Believable, having the appearance of truth. Plebeian. Of the common people. Plethora. Excess, overabundance. Plucky. Brave, spirited. Plumb. To examine deeply, determine the depth. Plummet. To fall, plunge. Plutocracy. Society ruled by the wealthy. Pneumatic. Relating to air, worked by compressed air. Polarized. Divided into sharply opposed groups. Polemic. Controversy, argument, verbal attack. Politic. Shrewd, pragmatic, tactful or diplomatic. Polyglot. Speaker of many languages. Ponderous. Heavy, bulky and unwieldy, dull, labored. Porous. Full of holes, permeable to liquids. Posure. Person who affects an attitude to impress others. Posit. To put in position, to suggest an idea. Posthumous. Happening or continuing after death. Potentate. Ruler, person of great power. Pragmatic. Practical. Great. To talk idly, chatter. Prattle. Meaningless, foolish talk. Preamble. Preliminary statement. Precarious. Uncertain. Precept. Principle, law. Precipitate. rash, hasty, sudden, done without deliberation. Precis, an concise summary, abstract. Precursor, forerunner, predecessor. Predilection, preference, liking. Predisposed, as having an inclination or tendency beforehand, susceptible. Preempt, to supersede, appropriate for oneself. Preempt. Prevent, take the place of, supplant, take before someone else can. Prehensile, capable of grasping. Premonition, forewarning, presentiment. Presage, to foretell, indicate in advance. Prescient, having foresight. Presumptive, as, based on inference or assumption, providing reasonable grounds for belief. Presumptuous, rude, improperly bold. Pretentious, as, claiming or demanding a position of importance or dignity, est, when unjustified, showing off, creating deceptive, false show of worth. Preternatural, supernatural, beyond the normal use of nature. Prevaricate, to quibble, evade the truth. Primacy, and the state of being first or most important. Primordial, original, existing from the beginning. Principled, as, having high moral standards. Pristine, untouched, uncorrupted. Privation, lack of usual necessities or comforts. Brevity, honesty, high-mindedness. Problematic, posing a problem, doubtful. Proclivity, an inclination, natural tendency. Prodigal, wasteful, extravagant, lavish. Prodigious, as, extraordinarily large, impressive, etc. Profligate, as, completely and shamelessly immoral or extremely wasteful. Profound, deep, not superficial. Refuse, as, abundant, extravagant, giving or given freely. Progenitor, originator, forefather, ancestor in a direct line. Prognosticate, to predict. Prohibitive, so high as to prevent the purchase or use of, forbidding. Proliferate, to increase rapidly. Prolific, reductive, fertile. Prolix, tedious, wordy. Prologue, an introductory part to a book, play, etc. Promulgate, to make known publicly. Pronounced, as, distinct, strong, clearly indicated. Propagate, reproduce, spread, increase. Propensity, inclination, tendency. Prophetic, as, relating to prophesy, predicting, ominous. Propinquity, nearness. Propitiate, to win over, appease. Propitious, favorable, advantageous. Propriety, correct conduct, fitness. Prosaic, as, dull, ordinary. Prescribe, to condemn, forbid, outlaw. Proselytize, to induce someone to convert to a particular belief or religion. Prospective, as, potential in the future. Prostrate, lying face downward, lying flat on the ground. Protagonist, main character in a play or story, hero. Provident, providing for future need, frugal. Providential, as, lucky, fortunate, or relating to divine care, the idea that a deity has helped or cared for a person. Provincial, rustic, unsophisticated, limited in scope. Proxy, an agent, substitute, person authorized to act on behalf of another. Prudent, as, wise in practical matters, carefully providing for the future. Prurient, lustful, exhibiting lewd desires. Puerile, childish, immature, silly. Pugilism, an, boxing, fighting with the fists. Pugnacious, as, inclined to fight, combative. Puissance, an, power, might. Puissant, powerful. Pulchritude, beauty. Punctilious, careful in observing rules of behavior or ceremony. Pundit, authority or critic. Pungent, penetrating, caustic, to the point. Purport, to profess, suppose, claim. Pusillanimous, cowardly. Quagmire, marsh, difficult situation.